Good morning, y'all. It's 10 o'clock. I'm just getting started. I always get out here after they come to work because they come to work around 9 o'clock, 8, 9 o'clock. I don't want to be here making somebody not want to come to work. But I just want y'all to see what I go through to be out here. Today's going to be in the 90s. I don't know what part of that. But I just want to say, leaving out of my house this morning, while I was sitting at the bus stop waiting on the bus, two social workers, one who happened to be mine till I fired him the other night and told him it was a conflict of interest for even me talking to him when he was flittering around my window. After my best friend, Nail, who's also a HUD-VASH recipient, when Nail was leaving, he waited till we knew they were coming anyway. I just wanted him to see it so people don't think that I'm crazy. And I didn't want Nail to think I was crazy. So he's seen it. Anywho, I just want y'all to see what it takes to set up. Now it's going to be 90 degrees today. And I feel like the village idiot coming out here and setting up. Good morning. But I have a vote of no confidence in this situation because every attempt that I have made has gone unresolved. And I stand on the merit of each situation, each incident stands alone. And they should have all been addressed. And none of them were addressed, and other people did very duplistic things to conceal the identity once the problem got so big. And that's where we're at today and the reason I come to the courthouse, because this is the institution of justice. If it wasn't so, then I'm making a documentary. I'm not having a moment. If it wasn't so, then I wouldn't be here. And this is the last place that I felt that I could make a stand to bring my situations to not a continuum, but to an end. And so far, all of my complaints and demands have went unnoticed as to what I perceive them to be. And I just wanted y'all to see what really goes on here, you know. Hey, I'm not having a moment, sir, and I'm not trying to involve you in this. I'm just making a little documentary, okay? Don't be alarmed. I'm unarmed. Anyway, I walked out of my house this morning to the bus stop to come here. There was two social workers. They didn't confront me. They just, give me the stink eye, And that being such that there was a homeless man sleeping. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to cause your spot to get blown up. I'm sorry. But there was a man sleeping there in the courtyard. There's a lot of homelessness here in Gainesville. So anyway, I just wanted y'all to see the shit that I go through just to be out here. Now, nobody's been malicious to me. Other than you seen why I had to put out the sign that I did. But that's all fell away. But I just want you to know how the people that were supposed to help me and aid and abet me for the credit that they receive for treating me, and how they did nothing, and how nothing else has done anything that it was supposed to. As you can see on my YouTube channel, how this is all turned into a big snowball. And now people are getting mad because I'm down here at the courthouse going on the third week. And people are getting perturbed. And that's, why I'm doing it. Because I have every right to. And you can't stop me. And I'm not having a moment of mental health instability. Yeah, I'm a little upset because it's not right that I have U.S. Veterans Affairs personnel flittering around me in a malevolent, in a bad way, because they're not there to help me. They're going to make assessments to try and put me back where they think I belong. And if they would have just done their job And if they and let's talk about nonconformances. If we did a time group study on their nonconformances, their parts per million, I'm sure it would be a significant factor that further illustrates what I'm trying to say about them. They have no angle of attack in the situation because they're faulty in all aspects. And aspects that they're not, or incidences that are not, just because of their past practice, I would contribute them to their word having no confidence and no merit in it. Now, I'm only one man. If I can go to and fro and find your nonconformances, I'm sure if we took a team and dug in your ass real deep, we would find them. Just like I told you back on June 20th to June 30th, whenever I told you that I was gonna have my moment. I delayed then because I had my emotional support animal that I could confide in. But now that she's went away, all this reality hurts. And this is why I'm here. And it's an injustice. And just like all my claims, they're all true. There's all true merit in them. They're all video documented. You cannot dispute the eye of justice. You cannot imagine how smart President Obama was when he gave every American the right to have a cell phone camera. And now we are bearing the fruits. This is the moment of change. That's all I'm calling for. Change. I mean, don't you think I'm ashamed that people's badges are going to hit the floor and people might lose their pensions? And that's what I'm hoping for, because let me tell you, and make no mistake, these people that have done these things, this is not one occurrence. You can trust and believe. You can see it. It's evidentiary based. Just off of my little scenario, I bet you by the time all this shit hits the wind real hard and steady, I guarantee you there's going to be a whole flock of Me Too's. Now, that's not a phenomenon, that's a reality of the truth. And you should have dealt with my problems before you ever tried to violate my rights and all the other things that you did to me. And now you're going to have to reap it. And you shouldn't have ever not been considerate, compassionate, and empathetic in the least. And that's all I got to say about that. I'm going to see where I sit on time. Damn, I'm not even 10 minutes in. I got to quit ranting because they'll come to take me away, haha. And that's not a haha. That's a reality, and it's terrible. It's terrible that I have to get subjected to shit like that to get attention to my problem, because we're some days into this shit. I mean, this started in April, whenever I went to the DA. That's the only reason I'm out here with a sign, is because of what happened at the DA's office. It was the final straw. And it shouldn't have been even a straw. It should have been a moment of fruition. But when the district attorney's office uses deception like they did, those two investigators and Kate, how they played that ploy and tried to deceive me and confuse me in all aspects of the situation, and then say I didn't even go there, I could take no more. And now, here you get it. Like I said, when you dance with a devil in baggy pants in the pale moonlight, you have to pay the piper. And I mean that in an honest way. And I'm telling you, there's no deception in my voice. I'm not trying to harm no one. I'm only trying to right the wrongs. And I have every right to, because y'all have wronged me in so many aspects of this situation. And now, I'm going to bring the full force of me onto you, which is all I can do, is sit out here with a sign until you make me go away. But a lot of people know San Joaquin Audits and San Joaquin Valley Transparency run my story. It's on its way up to 100,000 hits. John Felix, he started this by helping me. He got me over like 60,000 hits. So people will know I'm gunning for 1% of America to hear this situation and see the quagmire and what it's actually like to be a veteran and receive a service because this is your tax money. And these are your bureaucracy officials. And I'm not, when I seen Eric Shashinsky, General Shashinsky, get, resign from his position, I didn't feel that was a good thing. But now I see why. Because it's something that even the leader couldn't control. It's just, it's bureaucracy. It's people sitting back there getting paid for doing nothing. And maybe they do something, but when you reduce it to the ridiculous and you start laying out all your nonconformances, you don't do a quality job. And a quality job is only, the definition of a quality job is only meeting your customer's requirements. And that, I'm a customer and you didn't meet my requirements, not at all. And you let me get to this point. And now you're trying to run interference for who, them, and they. And there's no escaping. There's no quarter. It's. You should have surrendered a long time ago. I know you knew the truth. Because you're in constant contact with a DA's office. And you knew I had a web channel, a YouTube channel. And now it's all been revealed. And now you're running around trying to, you're going to succumb to your wounds because it's the truth. And the truth don't hurt. The truth kills. All lies end in murder. I don't want to be killed. I don't deserve for people to get that upset with me. You did it. You own it. You take your fault in it. Just like this morning. All these altercations. That's not copacetic. That's not copacetic. Did I walk out of my house and see two government-paid bureaucrats in the line that are supposed to help me as social workers trying to figure out how the hell you're going to stop me? You can't stop me. I done told you that, and you know that. I don't have a quit button. I will stroke out or have a heart attack. I don't have a quit button until justice is served. And the longer you sit on that concept and don't react and don't do what you're supposed to, the more it's going to hurt. Because now I'm fixing to get local. I done went out there nationally. I mean, there's even people from the UK responding to this because they can't believe it. You'll see. But I'm going to tell you straight up. Y'all dug yourself in this hole. I didn't. But I'll be damned if I ain't going to be the one, since it's all fell on me, that I'm going to be the one to tell it till the telling man comes. And I don't know, if I was y'all, I don't know what your remedy is, but you're going to have to get right with some get right. And there's got to be some breach. I mean, I don't know. We're going to have to sit down and talk. Not at any place that's not in public, because y'all have really went over the edge. I didn't. I'm doing what you're doing, the law doesn't afford you the opportunity to do. And y'all hawking me like you do, that's breaking the law. And now I'm going to tell you, you know the law affords me this opportunity to sit out here with my grievances to air. And that's why y'all don't take no action on me, because you can't. The only thing that you can do is maybe get me somewhere and give me some kind of cocktail and sedate me and probably do electroconvulsive therapy on me till I'm like one flew over the cuckoo's nest. But like I told you before, I don't want electroconvulsive therapy. That's against my plan of care, and that's against my wishes. And I don't want lithium, and I don't want no medications. I have a doctor, and he prescribes his medicine to me, and that's what I do. And I don't want nothing from y'all, except you keep sending my pension, and you keep me in the HUD vash like you're supposed to, and don't try no more dirty shit on me. I'm tired of it. I wish to suffer no more, and I wish no man to suffer no more over any of this, especially a veteran. And y'all already know how I feel, and I'm not gonna sit here and talk a long time. I still gotta set up, but there's gonna come a time of reckoning, and I don't wanna hear your rhetoric. I wanna hear, I'm trying to get right, and y'all ain't, because it's your past practices, and it's just all the way up and down anything that I've had to do with anything in this whole situation has been despicable. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'm going to get set up. I got a lot of work to do. I got to pound these stobs and all this, that, and the third. But I just wanted to put this out there because this is what I'm going through on a daily with all these parties concerned. And there's a lot of them more than there are me. And I want to tell you something too. I'm dealing with people that are trained killers. And I'm scared, that I can make one wrong move, just like you seen earlier. I deserve to be out here. I should be afforded every opportunity. I shouldn't be pressured. It's not it's the wrongs that were done to me that I'm trying to right. And I don't want to see any other veterans or any other citizens, for that matter, to go through the same stuff that I've been going through. And so, long story short, I'm going to sign off and shut up. I just wanted the people to know that subscribe to me and that are following me. I just want y'all to know really what goes on here down in this rabbit hole. Thank you very much for your time and effort.